When you have the feeling that anything's possible, sometimes you wind up acting on it. James Cameron. When the ship docks, I'm getting off with you. This is crazy. I know it doesn't make any sense. That's why I trust it. James Cameron. Writing a screenplay, for me, is like juggling. It's like, how many balls can you get in the air at once? All those ideas have to float out there to a certain point, and then they'll crystallize into a pattern. James Cameron. I do an awful lot of scuba diving. I love to be on the ocean, under the ocean. I live next to the ocean. James Cameron. If you wait until the right time to have a child, you'll die childless. And I think filmmaking is very much the same thing. You just have to take the plunge and just start shooting something even if it's bad. James Cameron. Getting the audience to cry for the Terminator at the end of T2. For me, that was the whole purpose of making that film. If you can get the audience to feel emotion for a character that in the previous film you despised utterly and were terrified by, then that's a cinematic arc. James Cameron. So much of literary sci-fi is about creating worlds that are rich and detailed and make sense at a social level. We'll create a world for people and then later present a narrative in that world. James Cameron. I actually started as a model builder and quickly progressed into production design, which made sense because I could draw and paint. But I kept watching the guy over there who was moving the actors around and setting up the shots. James Cameron. I'm hopeful that we'll be able to study the ocean before we destroy it. James Cameron. If you want to move through a virtual reality, it's called a video game. It's been around forever. James Cameron. I don't look at scripts. I just write them. James Cameron. You know, in the filmmaking business no one ever gives you anything. James Cameron. It was long ago in my life as a simple reporter that I decided that facts must never get in the way of truth. James Cameron. Jack, where to, miss? Rose, to the stars. James Cameron. Rose, you have a gift, Jack, you do. You see people. Jack, I see you. Rose, and? Jack, you wouldn't have jumped. James Cameron. You can't be an environmentalist, you can't be an ocean steward without truly walking the walk, and you can't walk the walk in the world of the future, the world ahead of us, the world of our children, not eating a plant-based diet. James Cameron. Nature's not our enemy, it's our sustenance, and we need it. And we need nature healthy for us to be healthy and to survive long term. James Cameron. You can't really call yourself an environmentalist if you're still consuming animals. You just can't. James Cameron. You're so stupid, Rose. Jack Dawson. James Cameron. To convince people to back your idea, you've got to sell it to yourself and know when it's the moment. Sometimes that means waiting. It's like surfing. You don't create energy, you just harvest energy already out there. James Cameron. Don't get seduced by your own stuff. Work hard to keep a blank slate state of mind each time you watch your film. James Cameron. Every time you dive, you hope you'll see something new, some new species. Sometimes the ocean gives you a gift, sometimes it doesn't. James Cameron. God wears white flannels. James Cameron. If it was up to the studio, everything would be shot with a camcorder. James Cameron.